Can we talk about your prison stint?
Well, what you want to know?
Well, I mean, first things first, what got you there? What was the charge? Can you elaborate?
Man, just young, wild, running the streets, you know what I'm saying? Playing with pistols, robbing, kidnapping, a whole list of stuff, man, you know. Had like, had like 8 charges, 9 charges, you know what I mean? You know, the Lord just seen fit to bless me with another opportunity, you know what I mean, to get back out and, you know, try it again.
Okay, with those charges and stuff, is this something that you took to trial, or you took
Nah, man, I copped out, you know what I mean?
copped out?
Yeah, I took a plea, you know what I mean? You know, they were talking crazy numbers. I almost took it to trial, though. If they was gonna give me what they started to give me, I would go. I ain't had nothing to lose there, you know what I mean? I like 19, 18, 19, somewhere like that, you know what I mean? I think I went there to take my plea bargain, and the judge was like, nah, we ain't gonna accept this plea. Like, from what I understand, it, I don't think could have been worse as if, you know what I mean, somebody actually, you know what I mean, ended up passing away or dying or something like that, you know what I mean? So she was like, nah, I ain't gonna take that. So she was like, what I will take, if you give them like 30 for this charge, 40 for this charge, 20 for this charge, 30, 40 for this charge, and you stack them up, you know what I mean? So I'm looking at the lawyers like, man, it's like 100-some years, you know, yo, who the fuck gonna do that? You know what I mean? So shit, you know, but God came through in a major way for me, you know what I mean? He blessed me. I ended up doing 7, you know what I mean? But, you know, it just is what it is, man.
Was that what the plea was?
Yeah.
Was that the full term?
No, the full term I did, it was like 30-something. I ended up doing like 7 on it.
How'd you able to shorten it?
No, in Arkansas, the prison term is a little different, you know what I mean? You only do like a certain percentage of it. You ain't got to do the whole thing, you know what I mean?
I see. Now, what type of prison were you stationed at? Because I know there's different levels of security, right?
Yeah, there's different levels, man. You know, I done went through them all pretty much, man. I probably did like 4 women and 1 man in the cell blocks, you know what I mean? Super max, I mean, regular max, add sig, you know what I mean?
Your first night, can you take us back on your first night on that first stretch of 7 years? What was your experience like the first night in prison?
Man, shit, it's just like, shit, ain't nothing you can do about it, you know? Shit, it's like, you know, I hear a lot of people saying, you know what I mean, I don't go. I'm so tough, I don't go, I don't do this, I don't do that, you know what I'm saying? One thing I done learned, you know what I mean, besides patience, you know, if prison don't teach you nothing else, it's gonna teach you patience, you know what I mean, for sure. But, you know, you ain't got no choice but to go if a motherfucker take you there, you know what I'm saying? Shit, that judge hit that gavel and be like, boom, 70 years, boom, 30 years, you know what I mean? What option you got to do but go do it, you know what I mean? Either you gonna man up and go handle your business, you know what I'm saying? And knock the shit out the box, you know what I mean? Like, a motherfucker told me something real good, man, when I first got there, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, I gotta do this damn time. He was like, listen up here, youngster. You do what you can do, and the rest of it gonna do itself, you know what I'm saying? Just do what you can do, and the rest of it gonna do itself, man. Just take this shit one day at a time, you know what I mean? Eventually you get engulfed in that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's a world inside of a world, you know what I mean? So you wake up every day like you wake up out here. Shit, how I'ma grind, you know what I mean? How I'ma get this sack, how I'ma get this pack, how these cigarettes gonna get in here, you know what I mean? Who can I get to do this today, you know what I mean? What I'm gonna eat today, you know what I mean? Shit, how I'm gonna make this happen, how I'm gonna make that happen. It's a grind wherever you at, you know what I'm saying? Anything you can get in the streets, you can get in that, so shit, you know what I mean? Just take that for what it's worth.
Now, did you rap inside?
Hell yeah. I mean, it's kind of different in there, though, you know what I mean? Shit, you might be in a barracks of 70 motherfuckers, 60 of them rappers, you know what I'm saying? It's like, shit really kind of depressing. Like, damn, everybody want to rap, you know what I mean?
Did you have to battle?
Nah, I ain't never been no real, like, battle rapper, you know what I mean? I ain't the artist that's gonna get in there and tell you I'm gonna get in there and one take something or get in there and freestyle a whole song, you know what I mean? Nah, man. I'm old school. I like my pencil, my paper, you know what I mean, my headphones, and I go ahead and go in there and do what I gotta do, man.
Have you used any of the rap lyrics in prison in your raps afterwards?
You know, crazy enough, man, as much shit as I wrote in that time span, man, I probably done used like, I probably done translated 1 or 2 songs out of all this shit into something out here, but y'all probably never hear it, cause shit, you know what I mean, that was like the growth, you know what I mean? So that was like 19, I got back out when I was 26 and a half, something like that. Went back in like 28, you know what I mean? They got out, you know what I mean, down to 30, you know what I mean? So it's like shit, the growth, you know what I mean? You gotta think shit, I was gone, I missed the Jeezy era, I missed the Boys from the Hood, I missed all the Lil Wayne going crazy mixtape shit, I missed the Soulja Boy shit. Like, I missed a lot of that, a lot of transitions throughout the music, you know what I mean? Cause you just blocked off, you only hear the radio shit, you know what I mean? You don't have no other outlets.
For someone watching this, first time about to go to prison themselves, what are some do's and don'ts inside prison?
Shit, rule number 1, mind your business, you know what I mean? If it don't pertain to you, then it don't pertain to you, you know what I mean? Stay out the way, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't spread yourself thin, don't try to get in, I see a lot of people, you know what I mean, get there, try to get around people or join gangs and do this and do that, you know what I mean, protection and shit, you know what I'm saying, but shit, a lot of times that shit end up backfiring on you, the same motherfuckers you were riding with or thought you was riding with. The minute that motherfucker pull that shank out on you, goddamn it, they ain't know where to be going, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no motherfucker gonna jump, ain't too many motherfuckers gonna jump in front of no blade for no motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? But now you just jump in front of no blade for no motherfucker necessarily. Ain't too many people gonna sit back and, you know what I mean, just, if a motherfucker coming at you with blade, they ain't gonna be ready to, you know what I mean, like hit them from the back, you know what I mean, or, you know what I mean, like they gonna sit there and watch the blood and then be like, damn, homeboy, I thought you had it, you know what I'm saying, or, damn, man, he had a big ass knife, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, nigga, yeah, he had a big ass knife, where the fuck you was at, you know what I mean? Like, this type of situations I went through, you know what I'm saying, like, shit, I done been in situations, stabbing, you know what I'm saying, knocking, you know what I mean, like the littlest shit get you fucked up in there, you know what I mean? See motherfuckers get their eyes knocked out, their head and shit, locks and socks, niggas get burnt up, motherfuckers get stabbed from one end of the penitentiary to the other end of the penitentiary, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just play your role, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to be more than what you are, you know what I mean?
My next question was if you had to fight in prison or not. But you mentioned stabbings. You got stabbed yourself?
Yeah, I had a couple altercations, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's just, I was blessed in again then, you know what I mean? Like, you know, one of them just happened, you know what I mean? Type of the moments, man, you the moment, man, you gonna fight, you gonna catch the door, or, you know, you never know what nobody got, you know what I mean? Motherfucker pull a motherfucker shank out of anywhere, you know what I mean? Or anything can happen, man. That's why you gotta be on your toes at all times, you know what I'm saying? Be aware of your surroundings and who you deal with, who you call your associates, you know what I mean?
Could any of those altercations been avoided?
Man, everything could have been avoided, shit. The whole going to prison ship could have been avoided, you know what I mean? Hindsight 2020, you know what I mean? But those type of situations, you know what I mean? Them helped me grow, you know what I mean? Them built me into the person I am today, you know what I mean? To have the morals and the standards and everything that I go by and live by today, you know what I mean? So I can't knock it, you know what I mean? I felt every day of it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I feel like shit, it gave me a leg up on motherfuckers that's on the streets. Cause at the same time, like you got people out here, they going through life just day to day. They like they just zombies out here, you know what I'm saying? Monotonous, just going through the same thing day to day, you know what I mean? Like shit, at least by me being in there, I got to learn who I am as a person, you know what I mean? Sitting back in that cell, no one to talk to, you know what I mean? Shit, all you gonna do is get to know yourself.
How many times were you stabbed, or where were you stabbed at?
You know, I got hit in the arm, you know what I mean? Hit in the hip, you know what I mean? But there's only one altercation where a nigga actually pulled out you know, he pulled out a little pick on me, man. But shit, other than that, rest of them shit was just going over with hands, you know what I'm saying?
Those stabbings, they were different incidents?
No, it was all by the same person. It was one incident, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Could any of those stabbings killed you? Could you have injured yourself pretty where you were stabbed at in those altercations? Could that have done some pretty serious damage? Or
man, I'll say this, they found an ice pick. Ice pick was like 12 inches long, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean, I was blessed, you know what I mean? It was crazy. I mean, it was a long drawn out battle. Honestly, man, we probably sat back and went at it, man, for shit. We probably went at it like 6 hours before we just got to it, you know what I mean? Or not got to it, we was getting to it, but shit, you know, once you get hit one time at that pick, you ain't too in a rush to just, you know what I mean, run back in there and get hit again with it. So you just gotta, it's a boxing match. Just say we went 12 rounds with it, you know what I mean?
what was the recovery time after the stabbings?
You know, the penitentiary, man, they take it to an infirmary, alcohol, Band-Aid that shit up, go slap your ass in the cell block, you know what I mean? Ain't no recovery time unless you got your guts pulled out or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Something they gotta take you to the hospital about, but, you know, puncture wounds and slice shit, anything they can do themselves, they gonna best patch you up, give you some ibuprofen and send you on about your way.
Now, the reason why I ask is because I've done interviews with people in prison, and I talked to someone that was stabbed in the neck.
Yeah.
And he had a really rough time with it, and he was, you know, explaining the hospital ordeal and the prison hospital and stuff like that, and I was just curious in your case how it was, that's all.
Yeah.
Now, aside from your stuff, what's the craziest thing you've seen while you were locked up in your 7-year bid? Or maybe even, you know, that last extra bit of time you did. Craziest thing you've seen in prison?
Man, had this little guy, that's why it's important, man. You never know what's on the next person's mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how small or how big or how frail or how whatever they is, you never know, like, what's on their mind frame, you know what I mean? So it's like, shit, I know I was sleeping like 2-3 racks down from this dude, man. And we was in the same bed, we was the same bed for like, probably like almost like 8-9 months, you know what I'm saying? He worked down like the garment factory where they make clothes and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I was always, you know, cordial with him and shit, you know what I mean? He get picked on and shit a lot, you know what I'm saying? One day he just clicked out. We went to work, he stabbed about 5-6 motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You just never know, like, we slept in the same beds. He could have clicked out at night one time and came through and just got everybody down there, you know what I'm saying? And you just never would have thought it came from him, you know what I mean? Then you come back and they going through his shit and they find a motherfucking note, a list of names, you know what I'm saying, that he been plotting on this whole rip. So it's like, shit, you know, be mindful, you know what I'm saying? Be mindful, man. That's all, be mindful, you know what I mean? Because life is fragile, you know what I mean?
Were you on his list or no?
Nah, I told y'all, I stayed out the way, you know what I mean? A blessing, you know what I mean?
Now, have you ever seen that show on MSNBC called Lockup?
I think I probably seen it once or twice. I ain't no big TV watcher.
I wanted to know if that was an accurate depiction of prison, if you've seen it on TV.
Which one is it? Where they send them normal people in there or whatever?
I don't know about that. It just takes, like, it's almost like a documentary type of show where they visit different prisons and they kind of hone in on certain inmates, different types of levels.
All this shit gonna be fake. In the penitentiary, I mean, it's like reality TV down there, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get ain't nobody gonna show their hand like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's true, they'll do what they do, you know what I mean? But shit, who gonna do what they do? You already fucked up, you know what I'm saying? You already in jail, you already in prison, you know what I mean? But in prison, that's the free world to us, you know what I mean? So when you go to the hole, we say you going to jail, you know what I mean? Like when you get, you know, it like sound crazy, you know what I mean? But shit, like if we out there, we in population, and we get to fighting this shit, we taking your ass to jail. You going to the hole for that 30 days, 60 days, 90 days or whatever, you know what I mean? But ain't nobody just out there just blatantly like, shit, you know, yeah, we gonna smoke this, or yeah, we gonna do this, or yeah, we got this right here, or they doing this here, so we gonna go do this here to them, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody doing that type of shit on camera. They is just rigged up, you know what I mean?
Have you done the
criminals. Hole? What was that?
Have you done the hole?
How many times? Of course. It ain't nothing nice.
How hard is that?
Man, it's you at war with yourself, like Lito say, you know what I mean? Like, shit, it's you and your thoughts, you know what I mean? It'll drive a motherfucker crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you'll really be in that motherfucker counting bricks, reading your Bible, doing whatever it take, you know what I mean, to make that shit pass by, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it be hot, cold, you know what I mean? You ain't getting, you getting food, but shit, you ain't really eating it. That shit horrible. You know, it's horrible, man. You know what I mean? Every time I went to the camp, I probably lost about 15 pounds in that 30, 60 days or whatever, you know what I mean? So shit, that's the best weight loss program in the nation right there. You know,
is the whole, is that where they, I guess, 23-hour lockdown or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that what you had to experience?
Yeah.
Now, what kept you motivated inside 7 years?
Man, you know, it took a second for me to really like grasp. I think like grasp like I was in that motherfucker or had to do it that long. You know what I'm saying? I think the thing that changed my whole perspective about it was the first time I got to knocking with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And they wrapped us up, put us in the box, and sent us to motherfucker, sent me to the max. You know what I'm saying? And you get to the max. You know what I mean? I'm probably like 21 at this time. You know what I mean? You fall off in the max. You got these OGs been off in there, goddamn it, since, you know what I mean, longer than I've been born, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't getting out, you know what I mean? That's the crazy part, like shit, how the hell I got 10 years or gotta do 7 years or whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna come tell you, damn, Smalls, man, damn, I gotta be in this motherfucker 7 more years. Damn, I gotta do this next one 5 years. Damn, I'm ready to go home. And you got a motherfucking life sentence, you know what I'm saying? Or you got another 40 years to do, you know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to hear that shit, you know what I mean? That's one thing about it. Everybody got their own problems, you know what I'm saying? So everybody, you gotta learn to deal with them your own way in that joint. But I mean, it's like that in the world too, but at least in the world when you want to get away from somebody, you can actually take your time and get away from somebody, you know what I mean? You can move around. When you in that box, or you in that hole, or that you in that cage, it's only so far you can walk away from somebody, you know what I mean?
Now, El Chapo escaped prison twice. Did you have thoughts on breaking out?
Hell nah, man. Hell nah. Man, you know, of course, it crosses everybody's mind, I'm sure. You know what I mean? If you in jail and you be like, damn, man, I'm ready to go home. Like, you'll think about it, but shit, man, that shit ain't, El Chapo got bread, you know what I mean? El Chapo got some real motherfucking pool, you know what I mean? You do the numbers, man, like, we had motherfuckers escape, you know what I mean, where I was at, you know what I mean? I'm talking motherfuckers, they walked straight out the penitentiary in police uniforms, you know what I'm saying, past the wardens, majors and lieutenants and everything, you know what I mean? They ain't even notice it until 12 o'clock that night, you know what I mean? And I mean, they get out, but then shit, the whole penitentiary and everybody else rooting for them to stay free. And then a week later, them motherfuckers done got caught, you know what I mean? So it's like, shit, how many people you know actually break out of prison and actually don't get caught, you know what I mean? Break out of prison and actually stay out of prison, you know what I mean? Shit.